everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. Today is such a nice sunny day. I've been walking my puppy Baloo and took you along a little bit on our today's morning adventures, and I feel inspired. It feels like spring today. The sun is out, the buns is out, and I'm so into going into the new season of growth. And spring always reminds me of new chances, new beginnings. And I just want to tackle the beast one last time and show you how it's been doing, share some updates on my Monstera Thai constellation. I actually have a full playlist about this plant, how it's been doing, and we started on the very top shelf of the happiness and slowly been going down. But lately, actually, I have a pretty good update for you, but also we're gonna do something a lot of you have been telling me to do, and I kept on saying no, but today is the day I'm saying yes, and I'm gonna chop it. I'm gonna chop my beautiful Monstera Thai constellation, and I'm still pretty sad about it, but at the same time I want to look at it as a new beginning, because it's not pretty, it's not hot, since it's been since this plant have been going through a lot last year. I mean, you can see still some brown spots on the leaves, and the plant itself is just not looking the best. It's not healthy, so there is no more reason for me to keep it as a one piece, because honestly, whenever it just stands on my plant stand, it looks wonky and weird, and it's time to go ahead and chop it, give it new fresh start, and hopefully just gonna be one of those periods of the life when you need to do some sacrifices with the belief, with the hope that everything will move forward from that moment on. And this is it, me trying to convince me that I still need to do it, because to be completely honest, I'm only 90% sure I should do it. So but we're gonna do it. I have prepared everything I'm gonna need. I have a nice see-through pot with humongous drainage holes, so this should help me check the roots, see if the roots are not happy, maybe they started rotting, or the other way around. I will be able to see those nice noodle looking white roots. I'm gonna show you how the roots are looking in a second on this plant. So the plan is actually to go ahead, propagate it. I have been air layering it, so it should be a pretty fun update as well to see how the roots have been doing, the aerial roots in those bags filled with sphagnum moss. I can see so much roots. So the idea is to actually plant the bottom part back into the soil. I don't want to use pond anymore. I mean, the plant was very happy in the pond before it started to be very root bound and roots started to rot, so I don't want to go ahead through that phase again. So instead I will go ahead and plant it straight into the soil. In my opinion, it will be way better choice for these plants. I have very nice soil mixes that I feel very confident in, and hopefully it will be happy. And the top cuttings I will put simply in the water, propagate them, and later on, in like couple months, I feel like when the spring will be in full force, I'll plant most of them together, like the bottom part of the plant and the rooted cuttings, and maybe will sell or gift a couple cuttings to my friends or somebody. If you are interested, let me know. But yeah, this is the idea. We should chop it, we should propagate it, we should repot it, and this is hopefully gonna be the new start, the new beginnings. For the new beginnings, take a shot. But anyway, yeah, you probably can tell that I'm still doubting my decisions of life lately. But anyway, I actually have been listening to you guys, and I've been sharing that I'm not a big fan of mesh to use on the very bottom of the holes, because roots are going to grow through that mesh, and later on you won't be able to take it out, and the roots will just simply probably break off, or it's not the best idea to use mesh in your pots. I'm not suggesting that. So I actually noticed lots and lots of comments saying that I should use coffee filters. I actually don't use them. I bought them specifically for that, and I forgot about them for like 2 years, and I just found my box of coffee filters, blew the dust, like 1 centimeter layer of dust from them, like from the package, and I feel like we're gonna go ahead and use them again, because these are extremely large holes, so the soil will be just simply falling off. So instead, you know what, we need scissors. So we're gonna go ahead and use those bad boys. Okay, forgot how I used to use them. One moment. Since they're 2 layers of them, I won't be putting them in 2 layers. I'm gonna put them in 1 layer. Let's see, I need to cut a bit off. Alright guys, so I guess we're doing it. I'm still convincing myself that I need to do it. Yup, this looks good. Well guys, lately my brain was just filled with different ideas about how my future should be looking. I feel like this is probably normal from time to time to have some kind of thoughts like this. And lately I've been rethinking my life choices. I've been rethinking my career choices, as I am actually a transport manager. I'm a sales staff person. And honestly, I'm a bit tired of that. I've been doing this job for almost 6 or 7 years right now. Prior to that, I also did a pretty similar job position, so I feel like I'm kind of stuck in a routine. And you know, we've been talking with my bosses and I asked if it would be possible to work from home, because I got used to that lifestyle, to have a couple days from home and, you know, better balance with my life and stuff like that. And I got a negative answer. And once again, this was just one of those moments when you're like, you start to think like, wait, I need to live this life for myself, not for the company, even though I respect the bosses, I respect, you know, everything. I put all of the work I put into this company, because, you know, it's been the longest space I held as a job, the longest position. Look at this, we have coffee filters hiding all of those holes. So I've been really rethinking my life choices. I actually even been thinking with my fiance to move to another city. Just take the things and go away. So life is filled with fun things lately. Stay tuned for moving vlogs. Just manifesting this out there, manifesting. Anyway, I actually have just a little bit of aerate mix left. This is actually a soil mix from Siba Soil, and I get these mixes from local store called Polapo, or Under a Leaf if you would translate it from Lithuanian. All of the plants that I've been reporting into these mixes actually been doing great, so I have no doubts that this should be a perfect choice for this Monstera. It's filled with worm castings, it has some activated charcoal just to work on the root, on the possibility of the root rot and stuff like that. So this is the dealio. This is what I want to use, but I don't have much of it, as you can tell. Let's add a little bit on the bottom. I love that there's so many chunks. The plant should be happy. Please be happy. Please be happy. Okay, yeah, so I don't have much left. So actually what I thought I'm gonna do, I don't have another bag of aerate mix. I actually need to order more. So I'm gonna be using Anturia mix. I feel like they're pretty similar to each other. You know, I'm not using the Alocasia one that holds in the moisture. I'm gonna be using those, and hopefully this will be a great idea, because this one is also very chunky, filled with perlite, like big chunks of perlite, so we should be great. But before that, let me show you what we're dealing with. So this is actually used to be a cover pot. This used to be a cover pot of this pot I have right here. So I'm going to be planting it back into the old pot. And the roots are actually so happy in that mix. I mean, simple water with a little bit of fertilizer. I actually have a duct tape to hold this plant a little bit above the water layer, so only the roots are sitting in the water and not the plant itself. The stem is not in the water, and in that way I feel like this plant was pretty happy, so yay. But anyway, I'm gonna take away, or maybe should I first take cuttings while it's, yeah, sorry, I'm just going through this as I'm, going through this. I'm actually gonna take cuttings first, and then we'll move on to repotting, and I'm gonna be showing you the roots. So I have pruners over here, and I'm not sure how many cuttings I wanna take. I mean, there's definitely gonna be at least 2, because I have 2 aerial roots that are being ear layered, so there are at least 2 of those. And I think the bottom part, I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm not gonna cut it anymore. We might later on, but the very top, I feel like I'm gonna keep 2 notes as they are. Yeah, okay, yeah. Decision is made. We're doing this. I did this, yeah. The best thing is not look back and just go for it, because I know I'm gonna doubt myself. Here is the top cutting. This is the newest leaf it gave me. This is another proof that it's not so happy because it stopped to give me secondary fenestrations. Here's one more leaf. We have 3 leaves on this one. Oh my gosh, it's such a humongous cutting. This leaf is not so happy. I wanna go ahead and cut off all of those brown roots or tips, sorry, as well. Wait, but how do we? Yeah, I think we're gonna need to cut it one more time. I'm not gonna. This is the largest like water vessel I have. I mean, I could use another one. One moment. We're going through this. We're doing this. Oh my gosh, I cannot look at you. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Hold on, guys. Hold on. The pain. Okay, this might look funny, but I think this is gonna be a good choice. Anybody set a shot? Cha-ching, guys. Sorry about that. We're back. Okay, so I have this cool dish that I'm actually used to hold candies in, but right now, since it's spring, I'm not buying candies anymore or cookies. So how about this? Yes, I'm a genius. Oh, please don't break. Wait, how do you? Will you? One shot. You know what? For now, I'm gonna move my pot so you can see what are we doing. Okay. I don't want to touch this greenhouse because there are trips. I haven't seen any for a week because I treated, but just in case, guys. Okay, so we have one cutting with technically almost 3 nodes, but 2 nodes and a half, let's just say. Have another, oh my gosh, I don't see a flipping thing. Wait, what if we change those? Oh my gosh. Strong woman. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So we have one more node that doesn't have an aerial root at all. But I feel like it should be great. It should be great, right? Or should I? It's okay, we're doing one cutting. Oh my god. Okay, we have cutting number 2. The stem is so chunky. As you can tell, this one have little tips for the new aerial roots, but there are none of those. And we have this cute leaf. I can't believe I'm doing this, guys. I've been such an advocate to leave this plant as it is. I love big plants and I've been growing it for over a year to this stage, and right now to go ahead and press the restart button is actually pretty painful, but it's for the better good. It's for the better good. I keep on saying that to myself. Okay, this cutting, actually, wait, it won't have any leaf. Ooh, haven't thought about that. Okay, let me cut it first. Oh my gosh, it's getting tougher. Bam. Yeah, we have a cutting that I have been ear layering. Actually, what if I would plant it right now together with the mama cutting? Would that be crazy? I mean, it's been growing, it's been rooting in that sphagnum moss. You know what, I'm gonna cut another one and we will put this plant aside for now, and I will go ahead and take out the sphagnum moss because the roots are crazy on this one. Just give me one moment. Let's cut the last one. The last cutting. Oh my gosh, it's painful. Yeah, okay, this leaf once again doesn't look like the happiest leaf. But we do have, just wait, look at all of those. Not sure how much of that you can see, but there is a bunch of roots in that bag. So, okay, moment for decisions. And we have 2 leaves left. 2 very sad leaves, to be honest. But, or maybe should we take another cutting? I mean, technically, the plant, the stem itself, not sure how much of that you can see. The stem itself is pretty long, and it would look pretty awkwardly if we would have this like big chunk of stem, the old stem, and the new growth growing just in the middle of it. It would look more aesthetically pleasant, I feel like. I believe if it would start the new growth very close to the soil level, not in the middle of the ear, you know. You know what? I already started doing this, so we're gonna cut one more. Oh my gosh, yep. I just did that. Oh, and in here we have a bunch of roots. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna plant it immediately into soil together with the bottom cutting for sure. So I already will have 2 plants in the pot. Will that be enough though? I mean, that definitely should be enough, but okay, let me quickly show you the roots in the bags. This is how they're looking. These roots are going through that bag. I actually watered only once since the time I put all of these bags on, so they haven't had the most of water. Let me go ahead, take them out of that bag, out of that sphagnum, and then we'll do more decisions. This video is actually gonna be longer than I expected. I thought it's gonna be like bam bam and we're done, you know? I guess not. Okay. Okay. Maybe it would be easier. The sphagnum was a bit more moist. Ear layering is just next level of propagating, guys. If you want to have a head start and not be so worried about your cuttings and them rooting, just ear layer them before repotting. This is the best hack I found so far, I feel like. Oh, it's a root. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right, so yeah. So I guess I just feel like I left you hanging with bombs, like, you know, me changing my career path and moving maybe. It just, you know, it's the beginning stages of me just rethinking all of it, chatting about it with my husband, you know, seeing what he has to say about all of that, because we actually have the same career. He's also in logistics, so work in transport industry, so it's very helpful actually to have same positions and relate more to each other, you know, to the problems and stress and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been feeling like meh lately, you know, in my work. I don't have this much time anymore to do my hobbies, to paint pots, because I spend so much time in traffic every single day while going to and from work. You know, when, for example, while a year or so ago I would just finish working and go straight into my hobby part. Right now I don't have that. And that stresses me out because I love taking care of custom pot orders and painting your, you know, pets and other ideas. I love to film videos. And right now I only can do that on my free time. I mean, like on weekends. So I don't have that much time to spend with my family anymore. Because I need, you know, to choose between filming a video and spending time with my family, because the filming part, like the preparation and filming, always takes around a couple hours. But then I also need to clean everything after filming, if that was, for example, a repot. And then I need to edit a video, which always takes at least 4 hours on a good day. But if I go ahead and add an intro that I love to make, for example, you know, with my adventures with my puppy, my husband and stuff like that, that adds up a couple more hours. Even though that intro takes, for example, like 2 minutes in the whole video, it takes me a couple hours, because I try to find the perfect music every single time to those clips. I try to tell some kind of story, not just, you know, drop different clips in the beginning. I try to say something with them, you know. So yeah, So this career path lately been not so helpful. So yeah, just feeling stuck, you know. But also I love this job. I love the people I work with. I mean, my boss is the sweetest guy ever. Always so helpful. I would even say my best friend working there right now. We met at this job and we just spent every single day just chatting about life and stuff like that. So that's a tough choice, you know. But also I would want to prioritize my own life, my husband's life, and that would mean, you know, I don't know what I want to say, to be honest. I'm stuck. My brain is all over. But anyway, here is how the first cutting is looking. Look at all of those roots. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Cutting number one. I feel like this one also could go into that pot. So I could have 3 plants in the pot. Since the roots are kind of dry and they have been staying pretty dry in that bag, so right now, since the roots are kind of dryish, they shouldn't be that upset with the transfer into soil, I feel like. I might be wrong, but there's only one way to find out. Okay, another cutting. This one is even crazier. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Let's take those apart. Oh, they're so fluffy. So I'm worried about this one because it doesn't have a leaf, just like bed stick, literally. I broke the flipping root. So would that be okay if I planted it immediately, or should I put it in the water together with its siblings and just should wait for new growth to pop out and then water it up? Honestly, I haven't thought about it yet. We should be thinking about it like right now. But I just keep on mumbling. But also, if we would want to go ahead and move, we would need to rent an apartment, and we don't have any savings actually. Last couple months were extremely intense. My husband had lots of health issues. He needs to fix his teeth, which are expensive procedures here. So we spent most of our savings towards our health, and right now it's not an easy choice to go ahead and just move because we need to save up for that. Oh my gosh, it's just so much to think about. I also got another job offer. And I'm not sure if I want to do that. I feel almost like cheating, you know, even talking about new job positions because my bosses have done so much to me. It's just a big struggle mentally, you know? I mean, I don't owe them anything, technically. I've been doing my work, my best work I could do for this company for years. Maybe it's time to move on. I'm sorry guys, I'm putting my problems onto your shoulders. I probably should just stop and put some music.
A few moments later.
Bam. Yeah, I'm gonna plant this separately. You guys can believe I'm doing this. Bam. Alright, so I guess that's that. I will have 2 cuttings in water over here. In this dish, I will have 3 cuttings planted into soil in a pot, and we'll have 1 separate cutting, like an extra cutting just in case, planted in another separate pot. Sounds like a dealio. But I need to go ahead and grab a small pot for that cutting first. Okay, I feel like this might be a bit too big, but also it's just filled with holes, and I feel like this is like the best option I have right now for this plant, because root rot is extremely scary for me, so this is what we're gonna work with. We're doing it. Bam, there you go. There you go. So in here I want to have some leftover soil. I'm going to add on the very bottom. Should do it. No, that didn't last much. More of aerate mix. Okay, bam. You know what? Since Monstera's roots are so prolific, I feel like it's gonna overgrow this pot pretty quickly. Yeah, we need more soil. Gosh, small spaces. I don't want the stick itself, like the green part, to be buried in the soil since it already has a nice chunk of roots. I want to just sit it on the very top of soil. So in that way I probably will avoid the rot better. You know what? I actually gonna go ahead and put the orchid barks just under every edge of that plant, so they definitely will stay on top. Look at it. I feel like that was genius. Bam. Shabam. So I will go ahead and water it off camera later after I plant everything together. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna shoot new growth in no time, especially right now when it's spring outside. Ooh, it's perfect. And I guess let's go ahead and move on to the biggest repot right now. So we're halfway through of this whole deal. I feel like probably should add a bit more of soil on the bottom. Maybe one additional scoop. Okay, that did nothing. I'm afraid to not run out of the soil. Okay, yeah, that should be great. So I'm gonna be planting this baby with so many beautiful roots. I'm gonna put it over here for now. It's actually great because the cutted parts right now are drying in the air, so way less of opportunities to rot. Okay, let's take those genius duct tape pieces out. If you want to keep your cuttings afloat, just flip in duct tape. Okay, so let's take this cutting out. Trust me when I say that there are so many healthy roots. Oh, this looks promising. I'm gonna circle it around like so. I'm gonna use another cutting as a little support. Genius. Okay, and right now we are left with the mama plant or the bottom cutting. Look at all those fresh roots. So honestly, I was so scared to put this plant into the water after the roots just melted for me in the soil mix. It was extremely risky, but at the end of the day, I just spilled fertilized water all over my face. But at the end of the day, this was the best. This was the best idea ever. Just look at all of those. There are little small chunks of rotted pieces, so I'm just taking them off right now because they won't be helpful to the plant. Just checking where it starts and where it ends. Bam. Good. I mean, technically I'm not sure if I should definitely take all of them off, but that's just gonna be one extra step to avoid the spread of the rot. Bam. Okay. Guys, those are healthy roots. There are only several pieces that are not so happy, so I'm just getting rid of those. These are actually the old roots that were growing in soil. I'm not doing much, so I'm just, bam, don't need that. Have a healthy one. I mean, this is technically an aerial root, and just look at all of those happy pieces. Also, the bottom of it, how is it? This one is okay. This one is not. Okay. Yeah, okay. I know it might be painful to watch. Trust me, there is no good from those roots. They melted. Just look at those strings just coming off. Healthy roots would not do that. Once again, it's another risky move to put all of these healthy water roots into the soil. But I actually did the same thing with my Monstera aurea, and it seemed fine with that. So I wanna do that here as well. Okay, I guess we got rid of melted roots. So here we go. Here how the roots are looking. Not too shabby. We're gonna take these and circle them together. Yeah, good thing that I actually cut the very top of this plant as well, because it will be just on the very bottom, and when the new growth starts to pop, it will look all natural. Okay, so I will have 3 plants, one in here, another on the other side. Interesting, that's wonderful. And I'm gonna add this one to the mix, the one that I air layered. In the middle, I feel like, probably. No, what? No. All of these will have their own spots, like a triangle. Yeah, I feel like this is the best choice because each of them will have some space of their own. I feel like 3 is like enough of cuttings for one pot, like so. Yes. That's definitely not enough. You stay. Hold your brother or sibling, or brother and sibling are the same sort. Yeah, I'm so glad I actually chose this soil mix because let me show it up close. Oh, god damn it! I spilled so. Anyway, look how chunky it is. How much of perlite there is. So many of orchid barks. This is like the best choice if I want to avoid the rot for sure. I'm gonna have to be extremely careful with watering though, but the see-through pot is gonna be very helpful for that. So, like so. Once again, I don't want to cover the green parts of the cuttings under the soil because these are fresh cuts. So just to avoid any kind of damage, just gonna plop them on the very top. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of soil again. That's a big pot. Like this. Aha! Genius. Okay. Trying to fill in all of the air pockets. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's definitely probably won't be enough. hold your hands, guys. I'm actually just putting the stems into fenestration so all the leaves are holding each other. And guess what? We don't have enough soil, so I'm gonna go ahead into my balcony and look for options. Gotta look for options. Oh my gosh. I actually did not expect that. Oh. Yeah. It just got out. I wanna bury it a little bit more deep. Please stay. Wait. Don't breathe here. Don't breathe. There is no way I can live without moving the table. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do something extreme and use my cacti mix. It's a bit sandy, but it also filled with perlite. So technically it should be okay, especially while all of the root system is already in that great and chunky worm casting filled and activated charcoal filled soil mix. So it's gonna be just a little top layer that is a little bit more sandy. I mean, technically I do have the soil mix for alocasias from that very same company, but I definitely don't feel like that would be a great choice for this plant. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take out a couple chunkier pieces of orchid barks to work on my plan. I already said previously to put them under the cuttings for support. Oh my god. Package secured. Let's move on and plant these. Definitely gonna need some plant tape. Bam, I'm gonna add the plant tape over here. I'm just gonna help all of them stay in one piece. Okay, so right now I'll show you in a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and use bigger pieces of orchid barks and just put them under the cuttings so they will stay afloat from the soil mix. Hopefully that way will avoid the rot. Technically I could use a wax, for example, to seal those ends, but I don't have any candles, to be honest. Any candles. We're on the saving mode with my husband, so we don't buy stuff that are not necessary right now, and candles are one of those, even though they do add up for the ambience. And we love candles. This is how we're looking up close. Do you see? Those two cuttings are staying afloat from the soil. So right now, after filming this video, I'll go ahead into the shower, give it a nice rinse just from the soil dust and everything, and put it back to the place it was standing in. If you have been following my journey with this monstera, you know where it's standing. I'll put a picture right now probably, just for you to take a look how it looked, how glorious it was before that. And yeah, also we'll cut off those brown parts because they're not sexy at all, which is sad to do, but once again, they will not be back, so there is no point of keeping those. So I guess that's it, guys. I guess we did it. I was postponing it so much, but at the end of the day it really needs to be done, because I will have a full pot, hopefully, of beautiful Monstera Thai constellation, and I'll have actually 3 extra plants. I have a top cutting and 2 middle cuttings, which is actually a fun experience when you think about it, because one is simply growing in a soil mix without any kind of help from leaf, so I wonder how that will go. And 2 other cuttings have the largest and the most beautiful leaves. They won't fit in the frame, but they don't have any kind of root system. One completely doesn't have a single aerial root, and the other one have one chunky aerial root. I guess I'll keep you updated. We're gonna keep on adding videos to the playlist of my Monstera Thai Constellation series. Let me know if you're curious to see how they will be doing. Maybe you have any kind of tips, what would you do differently, or maybe what I did right just help me stay calm during this difficult time. Calm me down, say you did great. Even if you don't think so, just say I did great. Unless you have some helpful tips, then I'll be very grateful for that. We can go through this. Anyway, I actually prepared because I want to go to my office. It's actually Saturday, and I have a bunch of plants there that definitely need a repot. My ZZ plant is just going out and about from that pot and needs an upsize. So I feel like that might be a good day to do it. To sneak into my office and do some reporting and maybe even more TLC things out there, because there are many more plans that I am looking after, you know, the office plans, so that might be fun. Let me know if you would like this kind of video and I will make sure to go ahead and film one for you guys. But right now it's time to say my goodbyes. Thank you so much for sticking around for this long video. Let me know in the comments any kind of tips and tricks, and let's chat. Leave any kind of black emojis and I will know that you watched it till the very end. Like this video, share it with friends, maybe they will have a new favorite plant YouTuber, who knows. And before leaving you guys, let me teach you a language lesson, as we usually do on this channel, right? What should we teach? You know what, let me teach you how to say spring in Lithuanian and in Russian. And in Polish this time. I know how to say it in Polish as well. Polish is actually my fourth language, so usually I'm not the best at it, but I still know a bunch of words from that language. If you want to say spring in Polish, you need to say wiosna. Once again, wiosna. And actually it's pretty similar in Russian. If you want to say spring in Russian, you need to say весна. Once again, весна. And if you want to say spring in Lithuanian, it's actually the most difficult one. You have to say pavasaris. Once again, pavasaris. Pretty long word, I get it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you'll have a lovely day ahead of you, and till the next time.